We're out here in my gear garage. I just laid out all the stuff that I picked up over the last couple of weeks that we're gonna go through today. The first thing that you're gonna see in the back is the Clam 100 XT Pro Thermal. I'm getting a new one-man this year. I have the Otter XT Hideout I've had for the last 3 years. I like it, but I want something a little bit more spacious and some more features in it. This is one of the shacks that we're gonna be looking at in the next few weeks here. And in this brown box is another one. So this is the Eskimo Wide 1XR Thermal. We're gonna be doing a comparison of these shacks in comparison to the Otter XT Hideout, and I'm gonna decide in the next couple of weeks which one I'm gonna be running all season long for my one-man shack. I also do have hubs and a 2 to 3 man flip over as well. Next, what you're gonna see here, this is something I'm incredibly excited about. So this is the Ion Alpha Plus 8-inch. This thing's gonna be great this year. I've got the 40 volt and the 24 volt Strike Masters with the light flights on it. This thing is supposed to be lighter, faster, and last longer. I got an extra battery and I got the power adapter with it as well. You're gonna see some reviews side by side of this thing versus the 8-inch light flight on the Strike Master 40 volt and 24 volt. We're gonna have some fun videos on that coming out this year. So going across the back, we've got the 4-position rod holder Clam accessory. This will be mounted inside of one of the tubs, either of my Clam one-man or the Eskimo one-man. I like having the rod holders that stand up in there. So whichever one I decide to stick with, that thing's gonna get mounted in there. I've also got these guys right here. I'm not sure if you've seen these before. Fishmore is the company name. They put these in Plano cases. They've got a bunch of different sizes. But what they are is tackle boxes, obviously. So this one's got all the grooves in it so you can put your jigs in it. What I really like about this is that it's deeper foam and they're gonna stick really well. I'll do a video once I get all my tackle in these, but I picked up quite a few. Let me show you one of the ones that I think is super interesting, and that's this guy right here. So what you've got is you've got the ability to put spoons in here. I know it's gonna be hard to see. I'll try to put a picture in here that I find online of these all set up, but you've got your jigs that can go here, and you've got your spoons so you can actually see the spoons rather than shoving them down in a slit of foam. I'm really excited about these this year. Again, I'll do a video once I get all my tackle set up in these. I'll probably have to get more because I have way too much tackle, but this is something I'm really excited about this year. This is from Fishmore. So the next thing that you're gonna see here is the Clam large light sticks. These guys are gonna hopefully go into whichever one-man that I keep to replace a couple of the middle poles so that way I have light all the way through. These things are sweet. I can't wait to show you how these are gonna work out. I also got the Otter Pro jump seat. This thing's great for on a bucket or on the Otter sidekick. I plan on using it as a potential 3rd seat option in my Otter Lodge X-Over and or on a bucket when you're out fishing, or if you're gonna be just super portable for the day. As we keep going across the back here, we've got a Hyfax kit. We've got a tow bar if I keep the Eskimo. We've got a Hyfax kit and a tow bar for the Clam if I keep that one-man. And then I've got a travel cover for the Clam and travel cover for the Eskimo. One of the cool things, I'm partnering up with Black Hole Ice Shacks again this year. I really love their stuff, so it's kind of a volunteer type thing, but they have this brand new suit out. So this is full bibs. I've just got it folded up right here right now. Floor is a little dirty out here. You can just brush it off. But I really like the light green color and the black, really good contrast. You've got Black Hole Ice Shack logo there, and on the back of the jacket, you've got the big logo as well. This is a super warm suit. I've tried it on a couple of times. I wore it when it got pretty cold when I went down to the Sioux Falls show, at least the jacket, and it kept me toasty warm. This is not a float suit setup, but it is incredibly warm, so I'll probably wear this when I'm around town, not on the ice, when I'm snow blowing, when I'm out just riding around on the ATV, and when I'm out ice fishing, once there's thick enough ice that I don't worry too much that I want to wear my float seat. This is a really good secondary option for staying warm when out on the ice. All right, so coming back to some of these smaller things that are on the floor. So picked up a few more reels here of the Frost Fluoro Ice from Clam. This is the 3-pound. They were out of the 4-pound, and then I got some 6-pound as well. I use the 3 to 4-pound for most of my rods, particularly panfish, and then the 6-pound for the bigger fish, like if I'm going for burbot or I'm going for walleye or pike or something like that. Then we've got the Otter rod holders. So it doesn't matter to me what shack I use in terms of a one-man shack. I'm going to use these in them. These are the best rod holders that I have found for the shacks so far, just to have next next to your seat. So you'll see how I trick out one of my traps once I decide if I'm sticking with the Eskimo or the clam. I also got one of these guys. This is the Shelter Light Beacon with flag. Anytime that I do overnights, even in the Black Hole Ice Shack this year, I plan on putting this into the pocket. It's got a black flag that's on it for night visibility or day visibility in those whiteout conditions. And it's got a strobe beacon on the top as well. You can't be safe enough. I highly recommend these things. Again, I'll link all this stuff down below if you want to pick it up, but this is something that I didn't have last year and I really wish that I did. It's also really nice if you're cruising over to a buddy shack or going into shore for a little while to use the restroom, pick up more bait or whatnot. It's a great way to find your shack. You just turn that on and you kind of stand out if you're in a little bit of a village. Then I also got some of the Rapala stuff. So this is the workstation. So they have a new hub system as well. So one of the ways that I intend on doing this is a clamp mount. So you can clamp this onto any type of hole or anything inside of your shack. And then they also have the base plates that you can screw on. So if you have a hard surface or something you want to screw onto. I just got a couple things just to try it out. If I like it, I'll get more. But what I got is that clamp mount. So I can just mount it to one of the poles inside of one of my shacks. Then I've got an adjustable arm. So this has got a 1/4-20 screw on the end. So I can put whatever I want on there, whether it be a fish camera, whether it be a camera mount, phone mount, whatever I want. I also got one of their rod holders. I got one of their rattle reels. This thing looks pretty slick. And I think that the Rapala logo on this actually glows in the dark too, which is kind of cool for night fishing. And then this workstation here. So this flips up. It's got a place for you to put jigs in it. You can flip this open here, and you can actually put some small jigs or hooks or whatever you want in there. You've got a place for pliers, scissors, knives, hooks, and whatnot in here. So something pretty cool. I like that little nifty stuff. So we'll see how that works out this year. I also got some of the stoplight bobbers from Clam. These are gonna be great for that overnight fishing or in those darker conditions. I'm really excited for that. And then some of the extra stoplight bobber batteries. Big jig launch pads. These things are awesome. Since I'm getting one of these new shacks I'm gonna be going to this year, either the Clam or the Eskimo, I like throwing 1 or 2 of these on each side of me just to quickly throw jigs down or things down when I'm swapping out stuff rather than having to put them back into a tray. It allows the jigs to dry out really well just by sticking them in the groove here. Highly recommend those. They're hard to come by right now, so if you find them, grab them. I also got from Amped Outdoors, I got a couple smaller batteries. So this is a 7.5 amp hour like PO4 battery and a 15 amp hour. I am going to be doing something pretty exciting. I'm gonna be building the lightest, most portable, whole hop worthy live scope setup for this year. I'll be doing that here in the next couple of weeks. I'm waiting on one other part to come in and I'll be able to put that together. I'll do a video on it. I'm pretty excited about it. And then of course, one of the chargers. So that's what these batteries are for. I use their batteries in all of my fishing electronics, including my kayak. So highly recommend them. I'll have them linked down below. Then we've got some tackle and jigs here. So these are from JR's. So JR Lures, they have a ton of stuff here. So these are all primarily spoons or rattle spoons. They're all custom stuff, right? So this is not the type of stuff that you're gonna be able to go online and find. I've got so many of them. I'll do another video just on like some of my favorites here, but I don't want this video to get too long. The next thing I've got here is from Trio Tackle. So these are tungsten. Look at these things. So it's a tungsten ball. This has got an eye on it, and then it's got a treble hook. Really, really cool. I got a couple different sizes. So I got the pink. What's cool about this one, got a little bit of a flapper blade on it. So that way when you're jigging it up and down, it's actually flapping around in the water to attract more. So I got some gold. I got some super glow white. I got a pink glow. And then they also have this thing. So these are plastics. I don't remember the name of them. So let me see if I can separate one out. So you can see it's got all these different legs on it and it does glow as well. And it's got the favorite color scheme of like every fisherman, it seems like. I got a few more plastics here as well. So these ones are from Fish Daddy. These are really cool. I don't have a UV light with me right now, but these are black plastics. I'll try to put some B-roll over this so you can kind of see it glowing or a picture or something. So these glow chartreuse green, which is pretty cool. And then like, I think all of these glow other than these 2 UV ones. Really cool finesse type plastics. Would recommend checking them out if you're a plastic fisherman kind of guy. And then I picked up a couple of these dirty bombs. So what's cool about these dirty bombs is that when you put them in the water, they will light up. They're water activated and you can kind of see there is a light that shines behind it. These 2 I believe are pink and then this one is like a chartreuse yellow. Then I've got some floating ice picks from Clam. Ice safety guys, number 1. I think I've got 3 different sets of these. I like these ones, which is why I picked them up. up. I don't think I have a set that actually float. I'm gonna work on rigging this to my suit, but I like the idea of these ones being the lightest ones that I have and they float. So they're only a couple bucks, but they're totally worth it. The next thing that we have here is a couple different ice scoops. So I've got the Rapala Compact Mega Scoop. This guy is tiny. Let me move it over here so you can kind of see it. It is a small little scoop. It does fold up, super small and portable. When I'm bringing my one man out and I'm pulling out by hand, this is awesome. Or I'm hole hopping and I need a little scoop. This is great. One of the things I'm looking to do this year is I have a ton of gear. As you can tell, I usually end up bringing so much stuff out. I have so much weight. This year I'm trying to bring the stuff that I want, but be as lightweight and as compact as I can get. And so I think this is one of the ways that's gonna happen. I also like the Mega Scoops, the really long ones like this, but here's where this one's really cool. It's got an aluminum telescoping handle that collapses down almost into the size of that little one, right? But then it extends all the way back out into a full-size scoop. So hopefully walking through some of this stuff here got you excited for the ice season. You found a couple of things that you're gonna be trying out this year. Keep tuned to the channel if you wanna see how I use this stuff throughout the ice season. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take it easy.